get a flat tummy, how to get a flat stomach. We have a lot of advice from a lot of different girls in this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it's informative. If you find anything that you think is interesting or helpful throughout the video, make sure you guys give it a comment below and give the video a thumbs up, but make sure you guys listen to every single piece of advice because they're all very valid. So whether or not you clicked on the video for the title and you're a returning subscriber or you're a new subscriber, either way, welcome to the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get started. Alright guys, we're gonna get to the point of this video and we're gonna have our first two special guests. Come on! I feel like I'm hosting my podcast. Come on to the show! Alright, Marie Wald, what is your best flat tummy tip?
So kind of a no-brainer, but my top tip is avoiding things that cause you to bloat or retain water. A lot of us have mild or even moderate intolerances to different foods, like dairy is a common one, or some people artificial sweeteners cause them to bloat. If they don't cause you to bloat, no need to avoid them necessarily, but if they do cause you to bloat, then that means that your system is just not liking it, and that generally makes your belly look a little softer and a little like distended. So those are things that you'd want to avoid if you really want to get your tummy flatter.
Good stuff. Thanks, Ree. All right, Randy, what is your flat tummy tip?
I have a super sensitive digestive system. Like, I'm intolerant or have sensitivities to like gluten and dairy and like a lot of meat. It's hard for me to break down protein. So my number one tip, and I absolutely swear by them, are digestive enzymes and probiotics. They have made the world of a difference for me to be able to break down my food and not feel so uncomfortably full or just feel like it's sitting in my stomach and not being able to fully digest it. When you are able to digest your food, obviously your stomach doesn't feel as bloated and you're happier, like more energetic, and you're able to move and everything like that. So my number one tip, I would say, is digestive enzymes and probiotics. They make the world of a difference for me.
Speaking of which, you have an entire video on digestive tips, don't you?
Oh my gosh, yes, I do. I have 7 to 10 tips for all natural digestion. If you guys are interested in that, then you can head over, and they're all natural remedies.
Thanks, babe. Okay, what's your tip, Heidi, for getting a flat stomach?
I'm Heidi.
I don't know.
I get so nervous on other people's channels. I'm like, so my tip for getting a flat stomach, one of my favorite things to do is like if I am feeling really bloated and I just kind of need a quick something, usually it is related to like water retention. So what I like to do is either sit in a sauna for like 15-20 minutes or cardio, a big sweat session, so a lot of circuit training, something that's gonna make me sweat, drinking a lot of water, and that pink salt, as she said, is the bomb.
Hey guys, I'm Ashley Ruth. My tip for getting a flat stomach is to definitely intake a lot of water. When you intake water and then you incorporate salt, you won't be as bloated. So if you just eat salt all day and no water, you're gonna have a really big stomach.
That's a good tip.
And I usually drink about a gallon to a gallon and a half a day.
Do you track your salt at all? Or you just like
Not
keep
really,
it?
because I don't really eat a lot of processed. I make mostly all my food and I just twist the Himalayan sea salt a couple times in my dinner mostly.
Yeah.
What's up everybody, my name is Katie CORIO, also known as Cute Katie Bug, and my flat tummy tip is to get your macros under control. Once you have control of your macros and you're consistent with them, the correct macros, if you don't know how to do it, I think Amanda has a macro book, also ebook. Yeah. It's really important to get your macros on track so you know what you should be eating, and it just takes consistency with the right macros, and I promise you guys you'll see a big difference in like just overall body fat percentage also.
Perfect. Thank you.
You rock.
What's up guys, I'm Noella Revelo and I'm going to give you a tip on how to reduce the belly fat. So what I would say is actually incorporating the right amount of cardio. There's no yes or no answer to this. Everyone's amount of cardio regimens should look like if they're trying to get a flat stomach is going to be different because everybody's different. One thing that a lot of people don't know is that you can't pick and choose where you hold fat, and this is like a good tip coming from me because I'm somebody who actually, when I am dieting and incorporating the right amount of cardio, my stomach is actually the last thing to lean out because I am one of those people that actually holds more fat in my stomach. That's just where I hold it. You can't pick and choose. It's just based on genetics. Too much cardio is going to be doing it every single day. A lot of people will drop their calories really low and do cardio every single day, but that could be a reason why your stomach is looking bloated, because what causes that, it causes stress on your body and you retain water weight. So that could be why your stomach is looking a little bit more bloated. Or definitely have your rest days from cardio. I would suggest at least 2 days a week.
That's a good little twist on like, do cardio, but don't do too much because it could also be hindering your progress.
Because people don't know that. People don't know that there is such thing as too much cardio that causes water retention, which is why your stomach could be looking bloated.
Thank you, my dear.
Thank you, love.
Okay, so my number 1 and number 2 tip for getting a flat tummy is flat tummy tea, and then you can also wear a corset that squeezes your organs. Joking, do not do that. Shame on you, do not do that. That is not what this video is about. Okay, here's an actual tip for a flat tummy. My number 1 tip for you guys is just to be consistent with your diet over a long period of time. A lot of people want to see quick results. They want to get the flat tummy in 30 days. Guys, it doesn't happen in 30 days. Get with a diet, stick to your diet, give it more than 30 days, and you'll see progress. You'll see slow changes as you go on, but look for an overall progress over a longer period of time. So whatever you're thinking in your head, times it by at least 2 or 3 for some of you guys, and then look for progress over that period of time.
Perfect. Miss Karen Nicole.
Hello.
We're back from Texas, by the way. We're home now. What's your tip for getting a flat tummy? What is it?
One of my best tips, and probably not something that most people would think about when they think of flat tummy, but here it is, powdered glutamine. So yes, glutamine is amazing for muscle recovery, but it is also really, really good for your small intestine. So if you are dealing with any sort of bloating or any sort of stomach digestion issues, glutamine actually acts as sort of like a band-aid for the small intestine. So getting in those 5 grams a day is not only going to help with your muscle recovery, but is also going to help repair any sort of issues that you're having with digestion. It's gonna then help with bloating. So yes, get your glutamine in and get that flat tummy, girl.
So cute. What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are finding the video super informative. Make sure you guys give all those girls a subscribe and a follow. They're all linked in the description box for you guys. Karen, Noelle, there's Katie, there's Heidi, there's Emily, there's Marie, all of the boss babes that were at the meetup this weekend. We all had like the best time. I got to take all of their input for this video. For my personal input for this video, I recognized what everybody else said, and I also recognized that nobody said one particular thing that you might be really curious about. And that one thing is no one said training abs. And there's a reason for that. So training abs and training your core is definitely something that you should do. It helps with mobility, it helps with stability, it does help you show your abs when you're at a lower body fat percentage, but at the end of the day, you can't do any particular exercise to spot reduce fat. So you can't do abs and then expect your body fat percentage to drop so you can see them. You will only see abs, or you'll only get a flat stomach if your body fat percentage is dropping. Essentially, you have to be in caloric deficit, and you have to make sure you're paying attention to what you're eating. So back in college, I literally thought that I would never ever have a flat stomach. Like, I always had like the little pooch at the bottom, and I was just like, you know what, that's what my body looks like forever, and that's gonna be it. But after figuring out macros, figuring out how to go about eating to change my body in terms of like portion control and tracking my macros and being in a caloric deficit and a caloric surplus, I started doing that, and then I was like, it's not just my body, guys. It really just comes down to consistency over time in a caloric deficit. So your body isn't gonna change drastically in a 2 or 3 or even 4 week time period. You should stick to your diet or your macros or your caloric deficit for a solid like 6, 7, 8 weeks for it to really see like a huge change, and then you can even keep going for 9, 10, 11, 12 weeks or something like that. But at the end of the day, you have to stay in a caloric deficit, and you have to focus on body fat loss in order to see your abs and have a flat stomach. So now I hope you guys have enough tools in your toolbox in order to go out into the world and reach your fitness goals and to get a flat stomach. It's something that's very desirable to people, something that everybody kind of wants, but at the end of the day, have that flat stomach is really just like you feeling better about yourself. It's really about gaining confidence, but that confidence comes from you finding something that works and sticking to it. Looking good at the end of the day is gonna be a confidence booster too. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I will catch you guys in the next one, and that's all I got for you.